Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a box for some Little Debbie snack cakes. They are these. They come in a 2-pack. I was going to do a different project because I thought they came with a 1-pack, but then I just figured something else out. I'll do that project with something else. But they come 10 snack cakes, so 5 packages. I think it cost me $2 for this. So I used Many Hearts dies for the background heart. All these hearts are from the Many Hearts dies. I used the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper. For this heart, I used the Love You Always foil sheets in the Sahara Sand. This one's Sahara Sand also. And Real Red sheer ribbon. And this little die and sentiment is from the Hydrangea dies, and the sentiments from the Hydrangea Haven stamp set. Alrighty. Okie dokie. So I'm going to start with a piece of Real Red that is 8 inches by 7 1/4. Alrighty, and we're going to start on the 8-inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, and that's 7. Okay. Now we're going to turn it to the 7 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 and at 6 1/4. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm going to fold and burnish. Okay, and this is what we want to do. All we're going to do is keep the rectangle straight and take a little wedge out of the squares on both sides of the long sides. All right, not too hard this time. Alrighty. And always feel free to pause. If you're making your project along with me, just pause. And you can catch up or go faster, whatever you want to do. I also have all the measurements. I have my blog address below, and everything is on there for the measurements and the scoring, and also all the supplies are linked on my blog. I list them below, but they're linked on my blog. Now we need some Stampin Seal Plus. And we're going to start, doesn't matter which end, just start with one end, put some either whoops, this is very strong, tear and tape or Stampin Seal. I'm going to have to, oopsie, I'm going to have to take this off because it won't stick right. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this edge and make it square with this edge over here on the side. Okay, on both of them. Alright. Okay, and now we're going to do the next set. Just make sure that it's going to be, your box top is going to be on this side when you put your glue on, because I just screwed up royally. So we need it on this side of the glue. Okay. And we're going to take this one and make it straight with that one. And do the same on the other side. And I should have put glue on here. I'm struggling a little today. Anyone ever have a day like that when they're just struggling? Okay. There we go. Okay. And then this to that. Okay. And now before we attach this flap, I want you to, now if you're not good at guesstimating what the middle is, fair. You can always just make a mark. This is 5 1/4 inches. So you can make a mark at 2 5/8 as the middle, and then just put this over the mark and click it. Okay, so we don't sell the little ones anymore, and I wasn't here quick enough to buy them. So whatever small circle punch, or if you have a bigger one, just back off a little bit because you won't need as much. Okay, now we can put Stampin' Seal. You have to remember to put it on the outside of the tab. Okay, this will be our cover, the cover of our box. Okay, and there you go. That's the box part. All right, now we need some regular Stampin' Seal and a piece of the Love You Always Specialty Designer Series paper in the, I used the Sahara Sand color one. I'm going to put that on the top, and it is 5 inches by 2 1/4 inches. So it should be about 1/8 of an inch border all around after you mat it. Just going to put anything that I got over, put it under. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take our snack cakes. I'm going to put them inside just like that. And there you go. Now we need some Real Red sheer ribbon, or you could use the satin. We have satin red ribbon too, but I put it long ways because then it keeps these down in, okay? All right, and I'm going to tie the bow all the way over at the left. And they say you're always supposed to make the loop with the piece of ribbon that's the lowest. So I try. Not always great with bows, but I'm getting better. Okay. I'm just going to trim that off. See, and when I leave it on, sometimes it's too difficult to leave it on, but when I leave it on, I waste a little bit less ribbon. Okay. All right, now we have all the die cuts I did with the Many Hearts dies. I made a mess of this here. I made Real Red out of the large scalloped die, and then this one out of the, not the double heart that makes the skinny, but the one that's just one heart. And then I used some of the Love You Always foil sheets for this part. That will go right on top of that heart. All right, so for this, first we're going to do the solid smaller heart and put it on there. And what I do for this is I use a silicone sheet. And I'm going to use a piece of one of the Stampin' sponges. I'm just going to cut it off. Just a little bit. Just a wedge. Okay. I'm going to put this face down on the silicone sheet, and I'm just going to pounce, but just try your hardest not to move your foil piece of paper, because then it will slide into the glue and it's hard to get off the front. I did a pretty good job. Okay, and then we're just going to put it right on top of this. And I think I got it right, but I'm just going to, just in case, blot up any. And then you can wash this later. I'm just going to wipe it with a baby wipe for now so that it doesn't get stuck on anything too much. And then you can just pop these in a snack bag or a sandwich bag, and they'll stay pretty good. So you don't have to cut a new wedge every time. Alrighty, so now we need the bigger heart with the scallops and some dimensionals. And I'm going to add this on with dimensionals. And I was thinking afterward that you could glue the big heart down and then run the ribbon in between the two hearts. Maybe I'll try, well, no, I don't really want to glue it on top of the ribbon. Okay, so, sorry. So I'm just gonna pop this up. Okay, and then a little bit more dimensionals. I didn't put one in the middle because I want them to be able to slide out the ribbon if they don't want it on anymore. Okay, and then we'll just put this, and I'm going to put this, make sure this is in the middle, and then I'm going to just center this as best I can. Oops. There we go. Okay, and now I cut out this little tag from the Hydrangea dies, and I'm going to stamp on it with a sentiment from the Hydrangea Haven stamp set, and I'm going to do it with the hole on the label to the right, and it just says "For You." Okay, with Tuxedo Black Ink. And then I'm just going to take a little piece of twine from the Snail Mail ribbon combo pack, twine combo pack, sorry. And I'm just going to loop it through. I do wish we still had the silver and gold thread from last year. If you have that, use that. I think it would be pretty. But I kind of do this so that you don't notice it too much, that it's white. I'm going to just tie it underneath the bow. So that it doesn't show too much. And then I'm just going to clip it off. Just leave little tails underneath there. They don't really show. Okay. And now I'm going to take some Rhinestone Basic Jewels and my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to put 3 rhinestones up by the top. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the like button if you like what you saw today. All of the supplies that I used today are available now, and you can buy them through me at the address at the top of the screen, katherinetiemann.stampinup.net. And I will see you next time. Bye.